Hey, everybody, what's going on? Pastor E's back in the building with Let's Talk About It with Pastor E, where I'm the host, Pastor Eric Brown. Anyway, y'all like, subscribe, share. Let's bring some more people in on our conversations. I wanted to talk about making your present your past. So going from your present tense to your past tense. So in the present, is where you're at currently. So we're going to call that place here. This is where I'm at today, is here. Here, I'm angry. Here, I'm sad. Here, I'm depressed. Here, I'm unloved. This is how I feel. This is my here. I'm at this place. I feel cheated here. I feel let down here. This is my here. And I don't like this place here. I don't like living here. So in your house, if you have issues where you're living, maybe you have mice or roaches or something, you like, I got to get out of here. So how do you get out of there? You move. You don't stay there. You got to leave. You got to leave. So the problem with us is wherever the trauma happened in our life, we're still there. You're still there. So wherever that person hurt you at, you have never left. And that's why you're still dealing with what you're dealing with today. Because you're still in that place. You're still here. Now you're looking at everybody else and you feel like they're winning. You see things happening in their life that is great. And you actually want to be there. See, there's a difference between here and there. It might be a T, but it's an actual place. Here is not where I want to be. I want to be there. Where is that there at? There where they're happy. There where it looks like they're winning. There. I want to be there. There where their needs are being met. Because here I'm walking around, I'm suicidal. And I don't like it here. I'm no good for people while I'm here. And I see over there looks better. So now, how do you get to over there? You have to leave this place you're calling here. You have to leave the place of the trauma. You got to be dissatisfied with what you're currently doing. If you never leave, you're never going to get there. So your present will never change. It will never change. And right now, what you're presently in is what you want to be in your past. So your past is what you used to be a part of. So if it's what you used to be a part of, that means you're no longer a part of it. So that means you left it. So you got to leave. You have to leave. Now, pack your bags. But the problem is sometimes we pack too much. Some of the stuff that you want to get to, that's in your there, you want to bring some stuff from your past over there, and that's why you can't leave. You'll never be able to leave. You see people who got so much going on, and what they do is they move to another state or something, but the same problems follow them along. Why did they follow them? Because they brought them with them. You brought it with you. You got to leave that stuff there and don't bring it here. Don't bring it here. So now we're at 2020, we're getting ready, 2026. 2025, you have to leave everything that's causing you heartache, everything that's causing you tears, sleepless nights, all of that, you leave that in 2025. Leave it there. Do not bring it into 2026. You cannot bring it to 2026, or else your 2026 will be like 2025 or 2024 or 2023. You're bringing the same stuff into the next season, and that's why you're not having the next season. You're having the same season. You have got to leave. Say leave. Say leave again. Say, I gotta leave. I gotta leave. What do you gotta leave? Whatever it is, heartache, trauma. It might be a man, it might be a woman. I don't know what it is, but you have to leave. You have to leave that trauma there. That's why you're struggling. You're still struggling because you're still dealing with some stuff that you should have already left behind. You see over there and you want that stuff, but you can't take that stuff there because you will never arrive there. You'll still be in your here moment. There's a story in the Bible about Abraham. He's dissatisfied with his life. He actually got money. He got all kinds of things going on, but he's dissatisfied. So now he goes and he begins to talk to another God. His family worships one God, and he's like, yo, this ain't doing it for me. This is not what is bringing me happiness or joy or whatever it is. So what does he do? He goes and begins to talk to a different God, and God begins to talk back. He begins to talk back, and he tells him, guess what? Leave everybody. Leave your family. Leave all your people. Leave all that stuff to a place I'm going to show you. That place that he wants to show him is there. Oh, man. There is where he's going to show him. Now, he has to trust and believe that he's going to arrive there because his here is no longer what he wants to be a part of. So he ends up leaving. He leaves. And his life took off. His life began, he's the father of faith, all of that stuff. It's when he left, though. It wasn't until he left. He left a place that he was calling here, a place that he was comfortable with, that he called home. He didn't have to leave. He had money, he had everything. Camels, sheep, he had everything. He was all set. They were already well off. But he wasn't content with that. That didn't do it for him. So he was dissatisfied. And I know some of you are dissatisfied with your life. So if you're dissatisfied, that's a good thing. The next thing you need to do is now help somebody, or no, not help somebody, help yourself by going to the person that can help you get out of what you're not pleased with. This is where God comes in. You go communicate with him. God, you real? Show up for me. Because I'm not happy where I'm at. This might be good for my mother. This might be good for my father, my siblings, everybody else. But this place ain't good for me. I got to get out of this place. This place is called here. Now I'm looking for there. I'm looking for there. I'm looking for more. Here, Here, 4-letter word. There, There, 5-letter word. Different, more. There's more over there than there is here. So now I have to leave here. When you leave here, don't take nothing with you. Leave the trauma. Leave whatever got you sleepless night. Leave all of these things in this place you're calling here. Don't take it over there. Because I'm going to tell you, if you want to get a better life, you want to become greater, you just want peace. Why would you bring what's giving you restless nights to where place where you're trying to get to, which is peace? Why do we do that? We crazy. So you doing things that you shouldn't even do. You smoking, you drinking. Some of y'all in relationships where you just dealing with that person. You don't even like that person, but for the time being, this is all right. Maybe because it's wintertime, you cold, whatever it is. But now you're giving yourself to somebody who don't even deserve you. And that's our problem. And we continually do the same things over and over again, but we looking for something greater. And greater is over there. So when it comes with God, he's saying, listen, when you leave, don't take none of that with you. Don't take it. Do not bring that stuff with you. So that means your mindset has to change. You can't think that everybody is going to bring drama to your life. You can't think everybody's going to try to get over on you. And you got to think better about yourself. As a man thinks, that's who he's going to be. So there's this thing, it's is scientifically, it's called neuroplasticity. They did this test, and what they did is they took one person. There was two people. They had this one person, and they checked to see how the grooves of their brain waves and all of that how they were moving and things. And they seen this person, how they thought. And then they ended up taking somebody else who had a different level of brain wave, the grooves and all that in your brain. And they ended up putting them with that person who was successful. And what ended up happening is, as they started to be around that person, the grooves in their brain started to shift to resemble the person who they were mimicking and following. It's called neuroplasticity. You can look it up. So that tells me you can think one way, but you can also change the way you think. So we got to change the way we think. We cannot think that, guess what? I have to continue to live like this. I have to get away from anything. Listen, I know weed is legal in different places and all that, but anything you inhale is not good for your body. That's the truth. I don't care how it makes you feel. It's just there to what? So you don't have to deal with life's everyday drama or trauma or whatever. You still got to deal with it. How long you want to deal with it? You spending your money on stuff. Now you got money problems because you keep buying weed or alcohol. You in the clubs. Now your money messed up. You can't pay a bill. So all this stuff, this is how the enemy works. He just gets in one way and he's going to keep adding to you. And you're looking for help. They ain't mad at people because they over there, a place you want to be. But they're only there because they had a here moment too. But they left here to go there. You gotta leave in 2025 for whatever was going on in 2025, leave it in 2025. So it's like a fresh new start. Here goes your fresh new start. Whatever it is, no, I'm not dealing with that. I'm not bringing that into my 2026. My spirit is going to be fixed this year. So guess what? I'm leaving everything behind that has caused me pain, heartache, struggle. I have to leave it behind. And anything that is not moving in the same direction as me, I'm leaving it behind too. If my kids are not there, I can't. I'm not taking them with me. If my husband or my wife ain't there, I'm not taking them with me. I am not taking that mindset into 2026. I'm changing the way I think. I am no longer living in this place that's called here, because here is not a place I want to be. I want to be there. What is your there? I don't know what your there is. I don't know. Everybody's standards is different. And there's nothing wrong with that. My standard of excellence is different than your standard of excellence. It doesn't make mine greater or less than yours. But what is your standard of excellence? I might want a 5-bedroom house. You might want an 8-bedroom house. It's on you. Some people might just want a 2-bedroom house. I don't know what your standard is, but that's what your standard is. That's your level of excellence. My thing for you for this year is to leave everything in 2025 that need to stay in 2025. Pack that stuff up and leave it there. Do not take that with you into 2026, because your 2026 will end up just like your 2025 if you keep bringing all that old stuff in there with you. Say, I'm going to leave it. Whatever it is, say, I'm leaving it. This is it. I'm leaving it in 2025 because my spirit is going to be better in 2026. This is Pastor E. Y'all make sure y'all like, subscribe, share. I'll see y'all again. Deuces.